So the NAR verdict came in, and it was against the National Association of Realtors. That was in Missouri. Billion with the B. Happy New Year's.
Is it a Happy New Year? Did you have a Happy New Year, Omar?
I did. Did you, Adam?
I did. Welcome to 2024.
Happy New Year 2024, Noelle.
Does anyone have a New Year's resolution?
Make sure you don't go a week without calling people back, Omar.
That's a really good. I don't believe in resolutions, but that's a very good resolution.
It is.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think so too.
You're
it's
supposed
important
to call
keep in
people
touch.
back within 24 hours.
Sometimes you get busy.
So your New Year's resolution for 2024 should be not to let someone wait for 24 hours.
That's too
You
short
gotta
a
call
time.
your clients back immediately.
Ideally, but life gets busy. 24 hours, 48
You
hours.
do have a long list of clients.
We all do, don't we?
Well, your resolution. Do you have one?
I mean, as always, just make more money, close more deals, just do more business. That's the big thing.
I personally don't believe in resolutions. I believe that every day can be a new start. And if you need to change something, then why wait for like a New Year's or end of summer or whatever it is?
Yeah, so I think starting new every day is a great way to do it, but I think resolutions just help us focus on the bigger goal for the whole year. So I believe in resolutions.
What you said.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I think that starting every day new is awesome. I wake up every morning with no judgments for anyone. And I like that part of it, but I do think that setting goals are very important. And
Gives you something to strive for.
Yeah.
I like goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have goals.
We do.
We have goals. We have this podcast.
Yep.
And what's our goal here is to help 24 million people in 2024.
Yep. Make more money through real estate.
Yeah.
Yep.
And help people and change
Educate
the
them.
world and educate them in the new year.
So with your New Year's resolution, how did 2023 treat you? Is that why you're making a resolution? Because 2023 was so bad?
I'm making a resolution because you asked me to make a resolution. But no, 2023 was great. I had a great year. It was, even given the market and the struggles that we had, it was a great year. I have no complaints. I had 2023 was a great year. So, So for me, it's just, I'm in sales, so I always want to do better. I always want to improve. I always want to get better at what I do. So why not make a resolution to do better the year after year?
Oh,
Well, so are you ever going to be satisfied?
Adam will never be satisfied.
Look, I'm happy where I am, and I'm very happy where I've gotten to at this point. But as a salesperson, that's my mentality is to keep doing better, keep closing more deals, making more money, just advancing my career. So I don't think I'll ever be satisfied until until
Until you die.
until I die. I guess I don't know. That's kind of a morbid thought.
So if you die first, I will help continue your satisfaction. I'll give you a check in your.
I
Just put a little
appreciate.
slot in the coffin.
I appreciate that.
We'll get
That's
that check in
very
there.
nice. Thank you.
Sure.
What about you, Omar? How was 2023?
For me, it's been a good year. But in terms of resolutions, I just keep it going year by year. So every year, like Adam mentioned, is about growing and reaching new milestones, projects, finishing our development. And with it just comes so many other things to aim for.
You've had a great year. The development. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's huge. That's exciting. You've had an exciting year.
Mm-hmm.
No?
It's been a year of challenges,
Big time.
a year of struggles, a year of overcoming those struggles.
Yeah,
And we now have 5 stories of wood up, so
we do.
we're very excited with our new wood structure.
It's a very open concept.
It is an open concept.
Yeah.
5-story, 24 units.
Yeah.
Our goal, I think actually I can speak for Omar on this one. Our resolution for 2024 is to finish the building before 2024 is
Yes.
over.
That's a really
For
great
sure.
resolution.
For sure,
Because things happen.
Yeah. And it was a gradual process, right? Our goal one year was just getting the loan approved, which was a major milestone.
That was 2022.
Then it was groundbreaking. Then it was starting. Now we're at the final.
Now it's finishing.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 year from now, I'm going to make a note in my calendar to make sure to ask you on this show if you finished.
Okay.
We better 1 year from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll have them replay you talking right now about your
About whether
2024.
or not we finished.
Yes.
We'll film an episode from over there.
even
There you
better.
go.
Okay, so some exciting stuff has happened. Opendoor founder Eric Wu is leaving the company, leaving Opendoor to focus on startups. What do you think about that?
Is this startup going to be called the Closed Door?
No. But I have. He doesn't say what type of,
Oh,
of
okay.
startups. I don't think it's a big deal. He is a startup guy. He helped start up Airbnb, Scribe, Roofstock, and one that's not here anymore called Zeus Living, which I just read about was really interesting. They were doing an Airbnb for furnished apartments, long-term rentals. But that went under. It didn't really work out.
Got it.
Yeah, we talked about doing furnished apartments, but
Yeah.
it was too complicated.
Yeah. But I mean, aside from him as a person, I think Opendoor was just a bad idea to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder it's failing.
But Opendoor isn't failing. He's just leaving it.
I thought the company is doing
I don't
bad,
think they're
and
doing
part of
well
it-
either.
Yeah.
Well, they did let go of 550 people in 2022.
That's a sign, Noel.
That's a sign, but also the revenue, from what I understood last. I haven't followed the latest news, but they've been losing money.
Well, he's leaving.
Yeah.
He's jumping ship.
Bye-bye, Eric.
Yep. Aww.
Oh,
And he is moving on to focus on startups. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's good.
I don't think it's going to affect our lives.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I was
either.
thinking. I don't think it's going to change anything for us.
Or anyone else that's out there. But anyway,
Yeah.
except for those 550 people that got laid off.
But you know what will affect our lives?
Actually, you know what? Let's give them all scholarships at the Center for Real Estate Education.
Oh my God, yes. So if anyone who got laid off by Opendoor wants to get their New York, New Jersey, Florida, Pennsylvania licenses, we will totally
That's right.
give them a scholarship to get their license that were fired from Opendoor.
Yes. Fired or laid off?
Either
Laid
one.
off. There you
Laid
go.
off. Laid off.
There you go. When were they laid off? How recently?
In 2022.
2022. You have a whole year. Do you know anyone?
Let's
You
see
should
who
know
let's see who
550.
Not
reaches
just
out.
anyone who was laid off. You had to be laid off from
There
Opendoor.
you go.
Let's just.
If you're laid off from Opendoor,
Let's send this
we
message
will
out.
open a new door for you at the Center for Real Estate Education. And then Omar will personally take you into his 5-story development. All right. What's
Deal.
next?
Okay, so here's the deal. So we're going to talk about this more in its own thing. But so the NAR verdict came in, and it was against the National Association of Realtors. That was in Missouri. They now are on the hook for $1.8 billion. Billion with a B.
That's more than you made last year, right, Adam?
Just a few dollars. Yeah. Not much.
And now a whole bunch of people have come together to do a lawsuit in Texas with the same thing. And they've named a bunch of different people, NAR, blah, blah, blah. But they've also named Christina and, Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Oh, God.
They're the ones who do the
I know who they are.
the fixer-upper,
She
Magnolia
actually does a nice
Realtor.
job. We should hire her to decorate our building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
that
she's
show.
awesome.
That's actually one of the shows I watch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So they've named them in the real estate, in the
That's
lawsuit.
ridiculous. What is this world coming to?
What do you think about this lawsuit? Should NAR have to pay $1.8 billion?
The first question is, if they pay, who's that money going to? Back to the realtors?
No,
It's going
back
to the homeowners.
The homeowners, right?
Is it really?
To the sellers?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a class action suit, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Who is that?
yeah, so this whole lawsuit was started by I think a few people, and it gained class action. What's the term? It became a class action suit. So what happens is there's a bunch of people that are suing NAR and some of the different brokerages and I think some of the MLSs, the multiple
Yep.
listing services,
Because of the commissions.
because of the
Right.
commissions. Yeah.
They're saying basically that when you buy a house, the buyers don't pay the commission. The sellers pay the commission.
Sellers are forced to pay the commission.
They're saying it's
Right.
artificially
Yeah.
inflating the prices of houses because the sellers have no choice but to pay the buyer's agent commission.
Because
First of all,
the agents
everybody has a
split it.
choice. They're all adults. No one has to sign a contract. No one has to sell their house.
They could
and
sell
no one has to do
themselves.
anything.
Right.
So I think it's a bunch of BS. I think that the way it is, the commission structure, I think it works great.
And it's all negotiable.
And everything's negotiable, and people can choose what they want to do, what they don't want to do. If you don't want to pay commission, do a for sale by owner. Put a sign in your yard and wait for somebody to come by and pay no commission.
we like as a realtor, we do offer a service, and you know that's what we step you through the process. I helped you buy your house, and I stepped you through the process.
So some people are saying that it's not fair that the sellers have to pay it and the buyers don't. I believe that if you don't have the commission split, buyers won't get a real estate agent because they're going to be like, I can buy my own. I'm just going to go on
let's take
Zillow.
okay. So when you bought your house, so let's say you had to pay.
You were invaluable.
But let's say you had to pay the entire commission up front, or at closing. Let's say it was, I don't know, 15, 20,000, whatever the number is. Would you have done it? Not knowing what you know now, but looking back in time, if you were in
I would
a few
have
years
tried
ago.
not to, because I would have said I could put that 15,000 or that 20,000 towards more home.
Correct.
So I would have tried not to, and then what would have happened? I wouldn't have known what inspections I needed. I wouldn't have known who needed to do what. Is it my responsibility? Was it the seller's responsibility? I would have bungled it. I mean,
But you still could have done that and just paid less money to the seller. You didn't have to raise your offer as high. You could have just paid him less.
if I paid for the real estate
In
agent.
other words, if you weren't comfortable paying the price you negotiated for that house, you could have just made a lower offering
it's all-
price.
but then I might
baked
not
in-
have gotten it.
But it's
then
all baked
someone else
into the
would have who
home.
was okay paying that price.
When you most people, when they sell a home, they say, I want to net $900,000. And then they backtrack and say, all right, I got to pay X amount in commissions, X amount in transfer taxes and things like that. So it's all built into the price.
Right.
So whether or not it comes out of the home sale price or you as the buyer's agent pay it, it's all built in there into the price already.
Oh,
So that
I
house
think
should have been
that-
2% less or whatever the number is had there been no commission for the buyer's agent.
I think the split is fine. I think the way it is fine.
I think it's perfect.
No,
the
but
way
I think
it is.
that part of the issue is the seller is forced to pay the buyer's commission over here, right? Because that's just how the market is set up right now. And if the seller, why should the seller pay the buyer's commission on all these deals?
They're
It's a
not.
substantial
They're
amount.
paying the seller's agent commission, and the seller's agent is opting to
I
split
mean,
it.
that's
The
not,
seller can negotiate how much commission they want to pay. They
Understood.
can pay 3% total. They don't have to pay 6% total. They can pay 4% total. They can do
like you
whatever
said,
they want.
they could even sell it for sale by owner if they wanted
Yes.
to. But to play in the market the way it is today, the seller does have a point. Why should they pay a full 5%, 6%, whatever they might be, and cover the buyer's commission on that? They're forced into it. They're just I wouldn't say forced, but
The way I look at the buyer's paying it all anyway, because the buyer's the one coming and put the money to buy the house. So
it's taken away from the seller's net proceeds. So
But once again, back to my point, it's all bundled into that price.
yes, cost of doing business.
agreed.
Don't buy a house if you don't wanna pay the commission, don't buy
I think
the
this
house.
is a case where sellers aren't educated enough to find alternative options, but that's where the market's headed, and that's where this issue's being brought up right now.
We're going to talk about it in complete detail in an upcoming episode. So do all of your research, because we're going to go toe to toe on that one.
Toe to toe.
Toe
to toe.
Thanks for watching The Real Estate Mix. Hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment letting us know what you think is going to happen in 2024. See you next episode.